And so far, we've had 82 mass shootings. That's nearly one a day. 82 people have been killed, 317 people have been wounded, while the police have admitted to killing at least 280 people. That's almost 3 a day. And we don't even know if that number's accurate or not, because the police only turn in officer-involved shootings on a voluntary basis. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has been in office for 73 days, and during that time, he's passed 111 executive orders. There are 272 days left in this year, and 1,388 days left in his presidency. Here we go again. Pray, mourn, and repeat.
Democrats are just as dumb as Republicans. One of the biggest scams ever is that Democrats have convinced themselves that they are smarter than Trump supporters, when in fact, both of y'all are stupid. And both are responsible for the downfall of the country. I already believe this, but it has been reinforced times 10 over these last 24 hours. Because the smugness that comes from so many of you when Trump announces that he will finish the job in Gaza, and you guys being holier than thou, thinking that you're so much better than leftists, talking about I told you so, we told you so, when he's finishing a job that a Democrat started. And sometimes I just want to believe that some of you just have short-term memory, but really you're just stupid. Because just like Trump supporters, you move from a place of ego. You actually do not give a shit if this country becomes better or worse. As long as you can feel better about someone for probably the easiest decision that you can make in politics, sending in a vote. But to do any community work, to join a boycott, that's difficult. You don't have to do that. And just in case some of you need to be told this, what Trump is saying he will do in Gaza is literally a continuation of what Democrats have been doing for this last year and a half, almost 2 years. Remember when both Democrats and Republicans welcomed Netanyahu onto Congress's floor, violating the Rome statutes? Remember when asked about the G-side in Gaza, Kamala Harris just spouted AIPAC talking points? It's almost as if none of them give a fuck about people in Gaza. It's almost as if Trump does the same shit the Democrats do in office. He's just loud about it. But when a Democrat does the same shit, the reality is that y'all stand for nothing and are some of the most spineless and ignorant people on this planet. Y'all are no better than Trump supporters.
All right, guys, things are getting really weird in America, and I know everybody's trying to tell you what causes should be important to you and where you should be focusing your attention. But let's talk reality, priority, and more importantly, strategy, right? There are some very real things that are actually happening. The oligarchy is currently tanking the economy. That's real, that's happening. They're trying to buy up everything in America on discount. Your small businesses, your homes, stocks, bonds, everything. Your 401ks, your Roth IRAs, they're dropping. Our stock market is plummeting. It's coming. It's very real. This is their strategic financial play on owning American slavery for however long to come. Right now, only 22% of the male prisoners that have been deported to El Salvadorian slave camps were actually criminals, and they were all petty crimes. So these are innocent Americans, right? These are people who are green card holders or actual American citizens. They are now putting our men in slave camps in another fucking country and telling them, contrary to not being awarded due process or the violation of their constitutional rights, that they're not going to bring them back. Once you're over there, you're gone. And that's crazy, right? We also have them currently bombing Yemen and Palestine. And this is, again, crazy. This is a genocide that our tax dollars are funding while they're trying to buy America on a discount and sending our men to slave camps in another fucking country. I hate to absolutely say this, but if you've got any type of money, you should be buying America on the fucking discount. That's what you should be doing. That's the strategy. The boycotts we have for these major corporations that invested in this administration, they're not one day. They're not temporary. They're indefinite. We're not giving them another fucking single dollar. You vote every single day with your dollar. And when it comes to the protest and showing it up, this has to be a white-led protest, because if you are a marginalized minority in America, you are at risk for being deported to a slave camp in El Salvador.
My biggest problem with this whole Carmelo Anthony situation is people are acting like this young man had no reason whatsoever to be carrying some extra form of protection on him. Like, let's stop acting like school and school-related events are just magically the safest places for kids, let alone black kids in this fucking country, bro. Like, we have massive unalivements in schools in this country damn near on a daily fucking basis. But then you got situations like what happened to Kendrick Johnson, who was found unalived and rolled up in a fucking gym mat and still hasn't gotten justice to this day. Situations like Trayvon Martin, who was minding his business when he was confronted by a grown-ass man and George Zimmerman, and when Zimmerman couldn't beat Trayvon in a physical confrontation, decided to shoot him and take his life, and then got away with it because of the Florida Stand Your Ground law. Then you got more recent situations like what happened to Quadir and Nazir Lewis out in Georgia, where they were found in the mountains when they were supposed to be headed to the airport going to Boston. So for people to be sitting here acting like kids, let alone black kids in this country, have no reason whatsoever to feel the need to carry some extra form of protection on them to keep them safe when we as a society have not done nothing to address those concerns is beyond fucking ridiculous. Carmelo has no history of violence. So what are some of the other reasons outside of those conditions that would make him feel the need to carry some extra form of protection on him? I'm not saying Austin Metcalf deserved to lose his life, but what I am saying is people want to say this shit is not about race, but we live in an inherently racist society. And given our current conditions as a country, people have no right to say that shit because a black man is never given the benefit of the doubt.
I am not worried about a recession. I steal. I don't care. Great Depression, recession, hesitation, menstruation, Lakers in 5. I'm from the trenches, nigga. My middle name is Poverty. I've been through this shit, nigga. My whole life was a recession until I turned about 23. Niggas think I'm worried about a recession. Recession need to be worried about me. Nigga. Survive me. Cuz.
Do you know why ICE is wearing bandanas, hats, and sunglasses instead of uniforms, badges, and showing their faces? It's really simple. Because the church, the government, is about to start deploying their Department of White Supremacists to do martial law and go around doing that to people like you and me. So that on a Tuesday, when your cousin, brother, sister, anyone, coworker is snatched, grabbed, kidnapped, and their rights are stripped, their phones are taken, and no one knows where they went, it's normalized. That's why. This is exactly like World War II and the Holocaust. It's the exact same thing. And if you're not sure about that, all you have to do is take the Project 2025 document and drop it into ChatGPT. Ask it how it affects you. Anyone that goes along with this, I'm sorry, your soul's already caught on fire.
One of the most disturbing Black history facts that they don't want us to talk about. In 1918, a woman named Mary Turner was lynched. Mary was 8 months pregnant at the time of her lynching. She was lynched for expressing how upset she was that her husband was lynched the day prior. Her husband's name was Hayes Turner. Hayes Turner was sent to lynching because they said that he was an accomplice in murdering a very well-known white farmer. Mary Turner was upset because she knew that her husband did not have anything to do with it. She was so upset, and rightfully so, at 8 months pregnant about losing her husband that she threatened to take legal action against the mob who lynched her husband. This threat enraged the white mob, and the way that they took Mary's life was so inhumane, I don't even think I could explain it on this app. But I'll do my best because the story needs to be talked about. While lynching was typically done with the person standing right side up, they decided to hang Mary upside down. They then removed her clothes by setting fire to them. While Mary was still alive and hanging upside down, the mob took a large and removed from her belly. They then took their feet and stepped on the crying while it was on the ground. After all of that, the mob took their weapons and filled her body with holes. And yeah, this was 107 years ago. That's not a long time. Happy Black History Month.
Now, why the fuck would you put shit in plastic and then leave it on the ground when you could have just left the shit by itself on the ground to biodegrade faster than the plastic will ever biodegrade? Why the fuck do we put shit in plastic bags and then leave it in the woods? You might as well just leave the shit.